Welcome to Travel Secrets with me, Tanya Rose, the podcast sharing wisdom for fellow travellers. Each week, I ask my guests to reveal their 6 travel secrets and the holidays and adventures that surround them. I would just like to say thank you to Mason Rose, the sales and communication agency that represents some of the finest hotels around the world, for partnering with Travel Secrets, the podcast. Today, my guest is the fantastic actress, Erin Doherty, famed for so many roles, but most recently for your unbelievable portrayal as the therapist in Adolescence, which was just so breathtakingly wonderful. Amazing.
You. Thank you.
I loved you as Princess Anne, and I actually thought that is how you talked until I have subsequently listened to you in other things. And also 1,000 Blows is just brilliant.
Thank you.
So it is wonderful to meet you, and I cannot wait to hear your travel tales.
Thanks for having me. Can't wait to talk about them.
Before we get into the travel secrets, perhaps you can just tell us a bit about yourself and how travel impacted the person you've become. Did you travel when you were young? Let's just talk generally about you and how you got to this place.
Okay. Well, I suppose I kind of grew up I did the classic thing. Well, I feel like it's a classic thing of you just go on the same holiday every year. So actually my kind of introduction to travel was pretty low level, basic. We went to Portugal, and that was, as I say, that was like our family thing that we did with my dad. And it was one particular trip that I took with my school at the end of my A-levels that kind of shifted everything for me. In the sense that we went to Bosnia. And I never thought that I would ever go somewhere like that in my life. And we took a piece of theatre out there to the Mostar Youth Theatre Festival. And I remember being on the plane home from that trip being like, I want to be an actor, because I grew up doing musical theatre, but it was never specifically acting. So that was kind of the game changer of a trip for me. And it was going somewhere like that kind of opened my eyes to exploration in like the larger sense of the word, of like just going out and seeing the world and letting that impact your view of culture and humanity. And it really, really shifted everything for me. So that kind of, so travel is really special to me in that sense. And ever since that trip, I've kind of really been desperate to just explore and see and try things. And so that was kind of a pivotal moment for me.
That's amazing. Bosnia at that young age.
I know.
How incredible.
Yeah. And I remember like going to my dad being like, so they want to take us to Bosnia. And he was like, what do you mean? He was like, no. And then like we kind of explored the whole like breakdown of it, and it was all safe and it was all lovely. And my drama teacher had been there for years and years and years. So my dad was like, oh, all right, okay then. And my sister was coming as well, because we both went to the same secondary school, had the same drama teacher. And it was this kind of culmination of events that we were just both lucky to go on this trip.
How fantastic.
But yeah, that was a real
And you
game
grew up
changer.
in Crawley, didn't you?
I did.
So my dad's garage, so he was in the motor business, was in Three Bridges. It was called Target Motor Company.
No way.
Yeah.
That was where I lived. That was like the last place I lived in Crawley. It was Three Bridges. Because we moved all about, went to West Green, Tilgate for a bit. And then, I landed in Three Bridges. That's so weird.
I know. It's such a small world, isn't
What?
it? That's extraordinary.
Oh my gosh. Three Bridges is lovely, you know.
Yeah. Well, we lived in Forest Row, which was up the road, and then his garage was there. How extraordinary.
As if.
Wow. Let's get into your travel secrets. From Crawley to Bosnia to the rest of the world. What's the number one destination you think everyone should go to once in a lifetime?
I think for me, Sri Lanka has been, again, I think we were lucky enough to go and see the temples. We went and saw elephants, the tea factories, but also just again, the culture out there is so humbling, and just they're such gorgeous people. That was a real kind of, moment for me going there. So I would definitely, and that, as I say, I've kind of now got to this place where I want to explore. And if I've been somewhere, I don't really want to go back there, but that is the one spot that I would go back there in a heartbeat. It really is so beautiful.
And the people are meant to be amazing.
Genuinely, and the food, I'm such a foodie. It was just, but particularly the experience of engaging with people, it was really, really, really special. They're such beautiful people.
Do you get time between your filming to go on these trips?
I'd like to say yeah, but I spoke to you on the way here about that a little bit. I fall into the trap of I'm so grateful that my passion is my job and I get to do this for a living, that I work and work and work. And then I look up and I'm like, oh God, I haven't actually been away for like 2 years. So I'm going to try. That's kind of like on my just to-do lists of growing as a person time. Is to just learn to stop.
Because I said at the beginning, I mean, literally Adolescence, 1,000 Blows, The Crown, they've literally been back to back, haven't they?
Yeah, and it was actually only COVID that got in the way of those things. If it wasn't for that, there would maybe have been a couple more things in there. Like as I say, I just love people and I love what I do, and I find it so interesting just exploring psychology, which to kind of, lean on Adolescence was why I didn't even read the script for that project. I just said yes when I found out the kind of like description of that woman. I was like, of course I want to do this. So yeah, I've grown up just fascinated by people that I just find it so easy to say yes.
Well, you were amazing as the therapist. And that one scene with you and the boy it really was breathtaking. It was just fantastic.
And not to I feel like finally the world is really well, to be fair, it was his first job, but not to keep hounding people about Owen, but he really is spectacular. Like, I'm so excited for him, and to be in that room watching him kind of just bloom was so magical. Yeah. And he really, really is like everything that you see on screen. He is that special. So it was a real, it was a pillar, I think, for me, and I'll always look back on.
Well, it was a pillar for all of us to watch because it was just incredible. Let's go on to your unexpected travel tale, or something unexpected that happened to you. Ironically, my roots are in Ireland. Like, my family are from Donegal, Carndonna in Donegal. We've never been there. But a couple of years ago, my girlfriend took me to Ireland. She's from Ireland. We went to Dungarvan in Waterford, and we climbed the Connemara mountains and saw these waterfalls. And we were just really lucky because I remember we woke up, we weren't there for that long, and she was like, what do you want to do today? And she gave me a list of things, and I was like, let's go to the waterfalls. And she was like, they might not be doing their beautiful thing, but we climbed these mountains and they were, and it was just, I've never seen anything like it. So it was really, really glorious. And it was like our first proper trip that we went on together. So it was really special in that sense. And we also then on that same trip went to somewhere called Ardmore and did the cliff walks, and we saw dolphins. Oh, that's lovely, Ardmore. There's a great hotel there called the Cliff Hotel.
I'm desperate to go.
Apparently it's amazing.
Yes, it is unreal. And I'm literally just like, I'm desperate to go there. So that's like, if we go back, that will be somewhere that I'll definitely take her. But so that was something that I think, I don't know what I was expecting, but I just was not expecting that. And I think everyone always talks about Ireland as like this most, like, you're just in the heart of nature, and it is so giving in that sense. And it really, I think until you go and you experience it, it doesn't quite hit home the kind of the depth. There's just, and maybe it was, as I say, because I'm from there, there was something in me that was like,
soul.
It just spoke to me in a way that I don't think I was ready for. And it was being surrounded by those waterfalls. I really had to take a moment, and we stayed up there for like hours and just like sat on this bench, and it was really, really
beautiful.
Special. Yeah.
And you've never filmed in Ireland?
Never. I think that was also it. It's because I was like, well, I'm going to go because everything films there, and I've just never been. So fingers crossed.
Next project.
Hopefully, someone's got to do something.
Listen, everyone, come on. Send Erin to Ireland.
Yeah, please.
What's your most underrated or overrated travel experience? And it's quite hard to say overrated because people don't want to be mean. Yeah. But if you've got something, please tell me. And if not, you can say underrated.
I was going to say, I really don't know if I've got an overrated. Like, I love the opportunity to go anywhere. So I would say, for me, underrated would definitely be the UK. Like, I think my sister lives in Horsham, around that area, and whenever we can, we just go out and we walk, and like, so all around the South Downs. I think the most recent place we went to was somewhere called Sisbury Ring. Like, you walk up this massive hill and you end up looking out all over like Brighton, essentially. And we did it at Christmas, and it was just spectacular. Like, it is, you you just kind of don't, until you're kind of zoomed out in that way, you don't realize how easy it is to be swept up and caught up in your own stuff. But I think there's something about that height that really does just give you pause. And like I say, I think it's the most underrated thing for me is not needing to get on a plane and just walking out your front door. Yeah. I think this place, this island that we live on is really, really,
so beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And I think, for me, walking, and specifically the South Downs is...
Have you been to Ashdown Forest? It's
yes.
near where we grew up, because that's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. That's what I mean. I think, and I kind of, so as I say, I kind of grew up going to Portugal, but apart from that, we'd just get out and you'd go places and you'd be like, right, let's pack a picnic or even just pack a sandwich and go somewhere. Like that is it for me. Like, and I think so that is, that's my happy place. I think if I'm out with my sister on a walk, I'm just like, I don't need anything else.
When you filmed The Crown, was that filmed in the countryside or where was that filmed?
All over, to be fair. We did a little stint in Scotland, which was amazing. We flew to Inverness and like we stayed in these like log cabins and that was pretty special. But we also, we went all over. They also built like Buckingham Palace
and Balmoral.
Yeah, so they literally, so we were there for that. But so that was kind of, and that was like really, because I did a little episode on Call the Midwife, but The Crown was my first kind of big TV job. So I'll never forget when I first met Olivia Colman, she was like, don't get used to this, because she was like, this is not a normal job.
Set.
Yeah, she was just like, you won't experience this again. And like, fair play to her. I haven't. Like, I think walking into that and like getting to explore all these places, and it was, that was a whirlwind of a job. But again, like it took me to so many gorgeous places around the UK.
Did you do 2 seasons?
Yeah. So it was like 2 years.
Oh, wow.
2 years of my life just kind of traveling the UK.
Fun.
And it was, again, like a real...
So was Dominic West in it when you were in it?
No,
so
but
that
I
was the next...
met him. Yeah, he was the next lot. But I'd met it, strangely enough, I got the job when I was working with him on Les Mis for the BBC.
Oh, yes.
So I remember him being like, oh my God, that's going to be amazing. And then it kind of came full circle when I graduated essentially and he took over. I was like, that's such an amazing full circle moment. But then we met again like at like the rap party essentially. He's such a lovely man.
He's so fun. And he was one of the first people I interviewed on this podcast.
Amazing.
And his wife has got a castle in Ireland, Glyn Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like rent it out and stuff.
Yeah. He told a hilarious story that the Kardashians wanted to go. Yeah. And his mother-in-law said, no.
Yeah,
and he was like,
I know. I couldn't believe it. To be fair, though, if you can turn down the Kardashians, then
why wouldn't you?
But wow. I honestly, though, I heard him talk about it and I was like, I need to investigate this place.
Yeah, but, apparently it's lovely.
It
what were you in Les Mis? I haven't seen that version. Were you Cosette?
No, I was, and again, like this was like pre-Crown, so I literally was like a couple of like episodes. But so it was Dominic West, Lily Collins, who's such a lovely person.
Is that Emily in Paris?
Yes. Yeah, she was unreal. And again, like we kind of grew up driving to my dad's, listening to Phil Collins, and I never got to tell her how big a fan I am of her dad. But my sister was like, the minute that I got that job, she was like, you need to tell her. And I was like, so to be fair, this is it, Lily. I'm telling you, like
now
I kept my cool for this long.
So let's talk about food and drink. Food and drink is so much part of our lives, so much part of travel. What do you like eating? Where do you like eating? What's your favourite drink? What's the best meal you've ever had? Let's just talk about food and drink.
I love food. I'm the biggest foodie. To be fair, that is kind of my first port of call when I'm like, where do I want to go? Is what essentially do I want to eat? So for me, this is a really tough choice because I genuinely love food. So I've had so many amazing meals. But I think because it's most recent, we went on a trip to New York, and I think, again, it's because it wasn't planned. I love kind of just rocking up somewhere off the cuff and being surprised. Like that, for me, makes the whole experience. So we walked into this place called Jeffrey's Grocery in the West Village in New York. And it is literally that. Like, it's not fancy, but we had the most amazing meal. Like, we had oysters, lobster rolls, tuna tartare. Like, it was just stunning. Delicious. And they did me a glass of chilled red. Like, not many places do a chilled red. And I'm like, that was pretty. So, yeah, again, maybe it's just because it's fresh in my mind. But, yeah, Jeffrey's was...
That sounds amazing. I'm going to put that on my list for when I go to New York. Is that when you were interviewed by Jimmy Fallon?
Yes,
That was so
that
exciting.
trip. So yeah, honestly, and again, maybe it was that. It was just kind of this strange, bizarre, surreal moment in time. But yeah, no, that meal for me was pretty special.
And what do you do here? Do you go out a lot or do you cook at home?
I'm definitely guilty of being bougie. Well, basically, whenever you work with people, I'll always be like, tell me your favorite restaurant. And that's like one of my favorite questions to ask people, because I feel like everyone has such different experiences or different palates. But basically, I worked with Stephen Graham on a couple of things, and he was like, you need to go. This will come out a little bit later. So actually, I've only just booked this restaurant. But he was like, you need to go to Frog. So again, highly recommend. I've not even been there yet.
Where is it?
Basically, I feel like it's just off the Strand. Oh. But yeah, so it's like a Michelin star place. So I'll always go bougie because I'm like, I want to taste these things. And like, I'm so passionate about what I do. So to sit down and taste someone's food that like is so passionate about what they do, I feel like it's just there. So I'll never stop doing that. But also, I love a home cooked meal. Like it really does. I think maybe there's something about cooking for someone that is just so glorious. So I'm getting into that. I wouldn't say that I'm making the best things in the world, but you know, it comes from love. So yeah,
and
that's
that
a journey.
means it will taste lovely.
I pray.
It does. There's an amazing film called Like Water for Chocolate, a Spanish film. Have you not seen that?
No.
It is one of the best films you will ever see in your life. It's from a Spanish book, and it's about this woman who cooks, and when she's sad, everyone is poisoned, and when she's happy, everyone has these orgasms, and it is the most beautiful film in Spanish. Like Water for Chocolate. Incredible.
On my list.
Incredible. Really is.
Thank you.
Very good.
I love a good film recommendation, especially about food.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I went to see Stephen being interviewed about Adolescence just over the road, actually. And his wife was in the audience, Hannah. They were so divine together.
They are.
They were sort of playing off each other. They were so wonderful.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah.
I call them like unicorns. Like they are just these people that enter your life and you're like, how are you real? Yeah. Like they just ooze generosity and they're just the kindest human beings. Honestly, so it was 1,000 Blows that I first got to meet them both because they produce it. Yeah. But yeah, since they've come into my life, I honestly am like, I don't know where I'd be without them. They're really
both
genuine.
1,000 Blows and Adolescence have been brilliant with both of you. Yeah. So carry on doing things together. Yeah, Tell him he needs to do something in Ireland.
That's it. I need to make that happen. Absolutely. Okay. I'll send him a text after this or a little voice note. We're big on voice notes, me and Steve.
I hate a voice note.
Why?
No, I can't bear it because
why?
If I have a voice note and someone's standing next to me, I don't know what that person said because it could be terrible and I don't want someone else to listen. So I have to be on my own and then that's fine. But I'm usually surrounded by people. So I'm like, I can't open this voice note, text if it's really important because I have no idea what that person's going to say to me.
Do you know what? I just found out that I didn't realise, again, I'm such a grandma with technology. If you hold the phone up to your ear, the voice note plays.
Oh, and nobody
like a phone
can hear.
Call. Who knew?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know that. I thought it had to be shared to the world, but no.
That's a top tip.
Game changer.
Oh, well, my staff will be very happy to hear that because I say, don't send me a voice note.
I'm telling you.
Going on to top travel tips. What is your top travel tip?
Again, this kind of happened, it happens luckily out of the fact that I love music and I will listen to a song on repeat. Like I am that person and I accept that it annoys some people immensely, but I just can't stop listening to a song when I love it. So what I've learnt by accident is that if you attach a song to a location, whenever you play that song back, like I feel like music carries emotion in a way that like a picture can't, nothing else can for me personally. So what I've gained is if I listen to a song on repeat in a location, when I play it back, like I'm transported back there and you never forget the way you felt in that place. And it can be gorgeous or sad or hilarious. It just, for me, it was an absolute kind of, I remember stumbling upon that through work, because I would travel and I'd attach a specific song to a character, and whenever I'd play it back, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm back in Scotland or whatever. So now I do it when I go away.
So how do you attach it to the place? Do you pin it?
Well, as in like you literally, as in just keep listening to it.
Oh,
Again,
I
like you
see.
say, it
So
happens so mentally. So it
I was
happens
going to
by
say, I
accident
thought you
for
were
me.
saying there's an app or something that you can
No.
actually pin to a place.
I mean,
I bet there
probably could.
is.
You could. But again, I'm not that
No,
tech
I'm not
savvy.
that techie.
But I'd just listen to a song on repeat in a location. And then whenever I play it back, I'm like, oh, I'm in this place. And it's really lovely. It's just such a lovely like thing to do. Because then you never forget that feeling of being there.
So what's a song that reminds you of a place?
So yeah, I've got, again, most recently, I was listening to a lot of the 1975 in New York. And so I was listening to particularly a song called Paris by them. And so now that is New York.
New York. Paris.
Yeah. Or that specific, I know, ironically, but that specific trip, that's what I mean. Because I've been to New York a multitude of times, but that trip, the Jimmy Fallon trip, is Paris by the 1975.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
it's my little tip.
And actually people have said to me that they buy perfumes in places that they go to because then that scent reminds them of that as well. So this thing.
So maybe that's my thing. That's my sense, like that carries the most sentiment for me. So for me, it's all about music. And so I've learned to just kind of go, okay, well, this trip is this song.
And you said you did musical theatre before. So do you still sing?
I do. And I love it. And again, like it's one of those things that I'm like, I'm desperate to do it in the right context. So again, maybe I'll send another voice note to Stephen and be like, just so you know, there's
a musical film in Ireland.
You heard it here first. We'll see what happens. Wouldn't it be amazing if all of a sudden that job came out and you were like, oh my God.
That was on Travel Secrets.
This was where it started.
I want a voice note if it does.
Well, and you've got to listen to it through the thing. And that's
just brilliant.
Really, really, isn't it weird? I kind of believe in like manifestation.
I completely believe in it. I'm so cranky. I've got vision boards all over my office. And actually now I'm befriended ChatGPT or GBT, whatever it's called. And I now ask it to do things and create these pictures and things. I've got one on my phone as my saver.
That's amazing.
And I showed it to everyone. They said, oh my God, you are a bit mad.
No.
I've got a house in the country with 3 dogs in front of it. Which I don't have that house. I don't have 3 dogs.
You will.
But I will.
I believe it. It's a real thing. It's energy.
My husband will be listening to this going, oh my God, I can't believe she's even said it on the podcast.
I'm going to back you up. I back you up 100%. Manifestation is real.
Let's go on to your most poignant travel memory.
Bosnia. I don't think I ever anticipated going somewhere like that. And I got, like I say, it was so informative for my life. I think that's why it's poignant, is because I came back from that trip knowing what I wanted to do. And I've never had that feeling before. And I've never had that since. Like it was a real, talk about manifestation. It was a real kind of moment of clarity where, I don't really know how else to describe it, when things just come into focus and you're just kind of like, I don't know what else like it is, but there's just something telling me that I'm supposed to do this. And I've never had it, like I've never heard it louder than on that trip.
How amazing.
So yeah, Bosnia was a big deal for me.
And that's when you decided not to be a footballer.
Not to be a footballer, not to do musical theatre. I literally got on the plane. I remember kind of getting it, in my head that I was going to sit down, because my dad I've kind of always grown up having these discussions with my dad about what I do, and I was going to go to uni, but I kind of got it in my head that I was like, right, I'm going to sit down with my dad and tell him that this is what I want to do. And it was just this big moment in my life. And even now, like in hindsight, looking back, like that was a real kind of pivot for me, and it has changed everything. So
was your dad okay? Was he?
He did
supportive?
push back a little bit. Like he's one of those. He's a very kind of logical man, and he was like, "But you should have a plan B." And I was like, "I don't want a plan B. I don't want to have the safety net. I don't want any of that. I just want to do this." And it was the energy from that Bosnia trip that allowed me to just kind of jump off that cliff and go all out and just go, even if I fail, I've got to do it.
Fantastic.
And so, that was a really, really big moment in my life.
Amazing. I asked you to bring a photo.
Yes.
Can you show me the photo or describe the photo and tell me what that means to you and how that sums up travel to you?
So it's a picture of me and my sister. Ironically, well, yeah, it's our shadows. But it's when we've been on a walk. We call each other, well, we're each other's biggest fans, but we're our one constant. So we grew up exploring the world and going on walks, and we just we are each other's best friends. And for me, yeah, getting out, going on a walk with her, or going to Portugal, or going anywhere, for me, that is my happy place, and it always will be. And there's also she represents, again, she's really big into manifestation, and she for me represents just dreaming, and if you want something, going and getting it. And yeah, so we've always said that we'll travel the world together, and yeah, so that's it for me.
That's wonderful. That's a beautiful, beautiful photograph. And the fact is, it's a shadow, not even your faces, but it sums up everything, doesn't it? Before I let you go, where are you going next? And what are you doing business-wise next? What are we going to see you in?
Excitingly, I can talk about this one. It's called California Avenue. It's with the BBC. It's a mini-series with Helena Bonham Carter and Bill Nighy and Tom Burke. So I'm really, really excited. So we start shooting that this summer, which will be really exciting.
Where are you doing it?
In the South Downs.
Oh, how amazing.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty special. Yeah.
And where are you going on holiday next? So I suppose you've just come back from holiday, maybe fall back onto work for a while.
Well, I mean, I've already got it laid out. I love seafood and sushi. So Japan is the big hitter next. Because again, so many people go there, and they're just culturally, you need, nothing can prepare you for Japan. So I think, yeah, me and my girlfriend are going to plan. That's our next big trip. I'm sure I'll do other little bits and bobs here and there, but that's the one that you sit down and you really go, okay, let's hit this, and this. You really get a proper itinerary together. I'm really excited for that.
That's fantastic. And talking of seafood, we're at the Peninsula.
Yes.
They've got a pop-up restaurant July and August, Mediterranean seafood.
Amazing. On
the rooftop, on the terrace. So you must come back and try it.
I'm there
You'll
already.
love it. It has been so much fun meeting you.
And
I've absolutely loved going around the world with you. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
Thanks for having me.